We're so glad you're here today. I'm Mrs. T, and this is Goldie the Goose. What is she wearing today? She has on a beautiful hat that's got a little feather right here on the side. It's got a little bit of crazy hair, kind of like mine. She's got some spectacles on, which we can also call those glasses. She's got a blue scarf, a beautiful maroon vest, and a bracelet that matches her maroon vest. She looks just like the guide in our story today. Our story today is called Land of Now, and it's by Mullaly and Toby. And she looks just like this explorer right there. They both have a hat. They both have a little bit of crazy hair, some glasses, a scarf, and a vest, and they both have a bracelet that matches their vest. One of the questions we're going to think about today while we read our book is how can you be present and mindful of your thoughts? Do you ever feel like your mind is just going so fast and you can't control what it's thinking about and it just feels like too much? I do sometimes. And I've used some of the techniques that we're going to talk about in this book today to help me quiet my mind so that I can be present and be aware of everything that's going on around me. Let's take a look really quick. This front page here says Land of Now, Mullaly and Toby. And once again, we are so lucky that we have an autographed copy of the book. Miss Mullaly has autographed it right there. All right, let's get started. There once was a time I was roaming about, feeling lost and so very befuddled. I was stuck in a place full of chaos and haze, with my mind all distorted and muddled. Then I noticed among all the clamor and mess, someone so peaceful and quiet. I asked, how can you sit there so calm and so still? Don't you see all this ruckus and riot? Don't they see how crazy it looks for them? Let's see. No, I don't, my young friend, said the undisturbed one, because I'm in a place full of peace. I'm in Land of Now, where there's stillness and calm, but you're trapped in your thoughts that don't cease. Cease is another word for stop. Even though we're both here in the very same place, sharing this very same spot, your view of the now is unruly and wild, thanks to your unending thoughts. If you'll sit down right here and let me be your guide and take a small moment to pause, I can show you the reason for all this commotion and get rid of the actual cause. You can see right there that Goldie and the guide are very good matches for one another. They're little twinsies. I did not want to stop because I was convinced that I needed to keep moving through. And out past this racket I didn't create. I was certain that's what I should do. But the guide said you can't because this place that you're in is the now and it's always with you. There is never a time when you're not in the now. It's a place that you always will be. But because your mind is somewhere so far away, it can ruin the now that you see. So sit down, relax, and we'll clear this all up. If you listen, I can show you how. Though I didn't believe that this mess came from me, I sat with my guide in the now. You ever start worrying about something that hasn't happened or you think might happen, or maybe you worry about something that already did happen? Did all your thinking and worrying change it? It did not. So let's learn how to let go of some of that stuff. To remove all the fog, the first thing you must do is learn the real source of this tizzy. What's blocking the now comes from all your thoughts and your mind always being so busy. See, these thoughts are just stories. Most don't have a use. All they do is clutter your head. Once you figure this out, they can pass and move on, and you'll start to find now, the guide said. Ooh, look at who's sneaking up behind here on this tree. Does that look like a very kind thing to be sneaking up? I don't think so. These dark colors show me that it might not be a very good thing. Let's find out. Yeah, but these thoughts, don't I need all of them? I blurted, so very confused. 'Cause I'm always thinking, my brain's always full. Don't all my thoughts have a use? No, said the guide, since the things about thoughts is they're full of this meaningless chatter. Yammering endlessly, filling your head with stuff that does not really matter. What they actually do is obscure what is real and turn into a screen that can hide. All that's happening here in this moment we have, so you miss out on now, said the guide. To uncover the now and get rid of this ruckus, you'll need to stay quiet and hear each of the thoughts that you're constantly having and let them begin to appear. Then you will become the observer who sees all these thoughts that can mess up your view. From there, there'll be something separate, distinct, that are outside and other than you. You see, you aren't your thoughts, but these things like to linger, running amok in your head. But when you understand that they're not who you are, they can all clear out instead. I wasn't so sure this would actually work, but I wanted to give it a try and see if my thinking could somehow take shape to discover the now with my guide. Take a look at our main character right here. They are sitting very still and very straight. Looks as though their eyes are closed and they're concentrating. What are some things that you can do with your body to help you be like that? You could sit on your bottom, nice and straight. You could even lay down if you have the room. You can hold your body still, take a deep breath, let it out, and slowly observe what's in your mind. This is what our person is doing right now. Let's see what they observe. The first thoughts I saw looming there in the haze brought with them worry and fret. They made me quite nervous of what was to come, of a future that wasn't here yet. I began to stress out over what might occur. There were so many possible things. About the next day or the next year to come. Who knows what the future could bring? Oh, these thoughts, said the guide. Do they offer a plan or actions you can take today? Because if you do something here and then act in the now, you can keep future worries away. One good thing to remember when we are thinking about things like that, especially the future or what's happening right now, it's important to remember what you can control, what's in your circle that you can control, and what's outside of your circle that you can control. Because we can't control everything in the world. We can only control what happens in our little world with our actions and our words. And so sometimes that helps to recenter yourself. Let's see what else the guide says. But if all of these thoughts only bring with them fear of things that you cannot control, you should just ignore them. They've nothing to give. Please don't let them take hold. Instead, try to bring your mind back to this moment by taking a big, deep breath in. And this trick will help you to return to the now where these future worries can't win. So I looked at them all and I took what was useful, actions that could be applied. Then I let all these future thoughts flutter away and came back to the now with my guide. Ooh, that was a very good choice. Oh, they're still sitting with their thoughts, so let's see what else comes up for them. The next thoughts that appeared were things from my past, like errors that still cause regret. Errors are like mistakes. And ways I was treated that still made me mad, all these times I could never forget. Yes, your sorrow is from what has happened before, but you cannot go back there to mend. Mend is to fix. Because what has occurred is now done, said the guide. The past cannot change, my young friend. We cannot go back and change what has happened, right? We don't have a magic time machine. So we cannot sit there and worry and worry and worry about what has happened. It does not do us any good. But what you can do is to begin to let go of this time that is over and gone. Only then can you truly be here in the now, when the past has released and moved on. Well, yeah, but I'm sorry for how I behaved and still hurt from how they made me feel. I cannot just let these things go, I continued, because they're still painful and real. You're only affected by thoughts from the past because your thinking helps keep them alive. If you listen and use my advice, the guide said, these thoughts can no longer survive. So if we continually think and think and think about things in the past that were hurtful, or maybe we didn't handle so wonderfully, that's all that's going to be present in our mind, and we're going to miss all the wonderful things around us. So let's see what happens. You must first forgive you for the way you behaved to set yourself free from your shame. Then release the bad feelings about all the others so you can let go of the blame. But if these past events offer something to learn and apply to the now, you will find that when you forgive, then move on and let go, you will do things much better next time. I let go of the past, but held on to its lessons so I could forgive and allow these old thoughts to leave, since they didn't belong with me and my guide in the now. You can see right there, the main character is waving goodbye to all of these things in the past that were holding them back and were occupying their thoughts way too much. All right, we have one more set of things, it looks like. Let's see what they are. Look at how big they are. The last of these thoughts that were blocking the now were insisting that things should all shift. They wanted it their way, to change what was fact, and did not like what is, and were miffed. Miffed means to be upset. This pair, warned the guide, won't accept how things are, so they will not ever approve. These thoughts will resist when you try to let go. It is hard to convince them to move. Yeah, but I wish that I was in charge. I do not like what is, I then cried. But you have no say in what happens out there, only how you react, said the guide. You've ever had that happen when you go somewhere or you want something to happen a certain way and it just doesn't work out that way? Does it do you any good to get super upset about it? It does not. It's best to let it go and try to go with the flow. Instead of longing for things to be different, why don't you try to embrace all that actually is and allow what is real to enjoy what you have in this space? And when you decide to be grateful instead for what really is in the land, all that you have will begin to shine through, and the beauty of now will expand. So I looked all around and I chose to be thankful, and then I began to decide to let go of control and accept all that is and appreciate now with my guide. when we have a very big upset about something and we cause a big fit, we miss out on all the awesome things that could be happening because we are so upset about it. Look at this illustration. It is beautiful. Then all of the chaos and fog disappeared, thanks to my thoughts moving past. I started to see what was truly around. I was in the land of now, here at last. Wow, I exclaimed. How'd I miss all this wonder? Why couldn't I see it before? This place is amazing. I feel so at peace. Oh, please tell me there's more. What you see, said the guide, it has always been here, but the splendor of now wouldn't show. Until you had become very present and still, and had let all the useless thoughts go. So now that they're gone, you can start to enjoy this spot right here under our tree, and live in the moment, this beautiful place in the land of now, here with me. Yeah, but what can I do when the chaos comes back and all of the thinking returns? I want to stay here in the now, I proclaimed. Is there something that I can still learn? Yes, said the guide, you must learn to detect when your thinking has taken command. If you feel worried or anxious or sad, it can mean you're not in this land. Once you're aware that these thoughts have come back, just remember the skills you have gained. How to clear up your mind and be here in the now so that none of these thoughts can remain. Just shift your attention and wiggle your toes, then feel the cool breeze on your face. Or focus on sounds that you hear all around. It will help you stay here in this place. That's a very good piece of advice. Let's finish reading this, and then I'm going to show you what you can do to help you center yourself and be present. So now when my mind gets all flustered and full, and the mayhem wells up from inside, I'll pause for a moment and take a deep breath and stay in the now with my guide. This land of now is here for you too. It's something we all can possess. When you learn to let go of the thoughts you don't need, you'll be free of the chaos and stress. You see, my dear friend, you're always in now, so please do not waste one more minute. Being stuck in your thoughts, missing out on what's here, the now's all there is, so be in it. The end. And you see the guide, and you see the main character, and their beautiful tree. Oh, and look right here. We have that map at the very end. It says the kids' map of now. It says the fretters of the future. Remember when they worried about the future? We have the pesterings of the past. Remember worrying about those things that happened, or maybe how someone treated you or how you behaved. And then right there, the resistors of what is, those things that want everything perfect in your exact way, which it doesn't usually work out that way. And then right here in the now, where you can be present and happy and aware. All right, I told you I was going to show you a special way to help center your body so that you can be here in the now. Okay, remember we get our body really still, whether that's sitting in our chair or sitting on the ground. We could even lay down if we really want to, and we have the space to do so. Okay, we're gonna do what's called roller coaster breathing. And you need one hand, and you need a pointer finger. Okay, we're going to start right over here on the bottom of our thumb, and we're going to pretend that this is a roller coaster, and we are going to breathe deeply and then blow the breath out. As we breathe in, our finger's going to move up our thumb to the very, very top, just like a roller coaster. And then as we go down, we're going to blow that breath out. And then we're going to do it again. Go all the way up your pointer finger. Blow it out. Next one. Blow it out. All right, next one. And the last one, our pinky finger, we're going to breathe all the way in and then blow that out. Your body should feel a little bit calmer and you should be a little bit more in control. If that's not helping you, you can continue to take deep breaths while thinking about what is one thing that you see. I see Goldie in her hat. What is one thing that you feel? I feel the chair under my arm right here. What is one thing that you hear? I hear the sound of my voice talking to you. And then you can continue to cycle through those things. You can do, what do I see? What do I hear? What do I feel? And then take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Those things can help you center your body so that you can be present and aware of what's going on right now, and you can have better control of your thoughts. Okay. Miss Mullaly and Toby Allen are amazing, and they have resources for you at yourinneratlas.com. They're free. They go along with the book. I also have some resources at my Teacher Pay Teacher page, which is you can find under Goose Tales. We are so happy that you joined us for Land of Now today, and I am so excited to see you next time when we read a special book. Bye.